Hey guys, Sarcastic here, and welcome back to Expeditions Viking. Now, we're back at Perth. I made that trip to save a little bit of time. Aleph is very curious about this place. He talked about how it's so peaceful, yet it has no fortifications, which he claimed that if that's the case, then the people must be very strong. Alright, now, let's see if the boy and the old man actually showed up. Ferg is already standing when you enter the hall. His eyes are immediately upon the man that follow you. Is this him? Are you the last of the druids? Allow me to introduce Druid Mirdan Emir and his apprentice Cillian. Ferg places his hand earnestly above his heart. Your Eminence, I am honored to host you in my hall. Frowns almost imperceptibly, but nods. Ah, Your Majesty, I'm honored to be hosted here. Your choice of emissary was somewhat odd, but I came to see the wisdom of it in the end. It's unlikely I would have stood before you had you sent anyone of less proficiency. The King graces you with a small bow of respect. Your praise means much to me. I owe a great debt of gratitude to Thane Aramis Starcaster. The Druid's eyes narrow in scrutiny. I can tell you already have new matters on your mind. If you'll have one of your subjects show me to my new home, I'll give you I'll give you peace to talk. Ferg waves at one of his servants, and the woman leads Mirdan out of the hall. A shrewd old man, he'll be quite valuable to our efforts, I'm sure. We're happy to have pleased you. I hope you're satisfied with the outcome of our mission. I expended great resources to bring this man here. I hope it's not too crass to ask for a reward of some kind. With all due respect, I brought him here for my own gain. That one. Reward. King seems to take no affront. A fair point indeed. I owe you more than my thanks. Please accept these gifts as a token of my gratitude. 2,500 valuables! One of Ferg's servants brings out a small platter stacked high with gold and silver trinkets and places it at your feet. I hope you find that to be reward enough. He settles heavily back into his chair and rests his chin upon his hand. You have done enough to earn my respect, but I cannot commit my warriors to your cause until we've brought stability to my own kingdom. In light of how generously I treat those who aid me, will you assist me with one more matter? I will hear what you need before deciding. Listen closely then. Because this endeavor is of utmost importance, if we fail now, there can be no hope of a unified Alba. As you may know, another kingdom borders to our west. Pictavia has always enjoyed close relations with the Gaelic kingdom of Dalrita, setting aside the occasional neighborly war. For the past year, I've negotiated the marriage between my son and the daughter of King Donacorus of Dalrita. Such a union will bring our kingdoms together for good. Negotiations recently entered the final stage, and the marriage is being prepared as we speak, but something has come in the way. I have lost contact with Donacorus. How have you been in contact with him? I sent 2 groups of emissaries over the past week, but neither have returned. I fear something terrible has happened to them. Have you considered going there yourself? I cannot. The moment I leave Perth, our fragile political alliances here would fall apart. You must go in my stead. What action do you ask of us? Travel to the west to Dalrita, and the Donacorus's homestead to uncover what has happened. If she still lives, and God help us otherwise, bring the princess Finguala back to Perth so she can marry my son. Or bring her back safely. You smile, satisfied for now. Then go with God, mine or yours, whichever favors you most. Or both, if they tolerate each other. Dialogue. Okay. We're traveling. Wonderful. Rested for everyone. It's just before midnight. Katil has been quite quiet since he returned from the hunt. He sits down next to you in front of the campfire and stirs the embers with the tip of an arrow. He chuckles wistfully, casts a glance your way. Then he produces a small quart jug. Need a drink? I'll just drink it. Fuck it. The ale is quite bitter and has been allowed to ferment a lot longer than was wise. It's warm. It warms nicely on its way down, but it leaves a taste in your mouth, not unlike vomit. I'm gonna make the joke. That's it. This is how I die. He laughs cheekily. It's pretty bad, isn't it? I regret nothing. Here, let me have some more. Katil takes another deep drink from the flask and screws it up his face. Oh, okay, I get what he means by that. What it means by that. Oh, that is the worst. I'm really gonna regret finishing this. I guess I better help you. Oh, the sacrifices we make for our friends. Go on then, have another. You stay up with Katil for a long time, drinking and laughing and talking about old times. Katil's spirits are steadily rising, but a distinct wistfulness returns to his voice. You know, there's one thing I never figured out about you. You never showed much interest in girls. I mean, everyone at home always figured you and Nephew for a marriage waiting to happen, but you never went for it. I'm gonna say I had too much on my mind with being the Thane's son. That's the only reason, you could tell me anything, right? Yeah, that's the real reason. Sorry, Katil. What are you sorry for? How? I was just poking fun. Yeah, sorry, Aramis is not. It's not gay. You are, which is definitely fine. I would never judge someone for their inclinations. Watch you for a moment, then he smiles. Good to know. You two stay a bit longer in the dying glow of the embers before you get up and go to bed. Katil soon retires as well. No, ain't no romantic relations happening between Katil and us. No. Alright, what happened here?
I can't stand this. How could someone do a thing like this?
Oh my god. Terran Mock Rodrigue. A burly man watches you through narrowed eyes. Around him, a small group of people are picking through the ashes. I'm looking for King Doncorus of Dalrida. When you're in bad luck, the king was taken by the Vikings. What happened here? He shrugs a forced dispassion. The Vikings attacked, burned the place to the ground. What are you doing? Looking for salvage. People who lived here don't need it any longer. You shouldn't be looting here. It's disrespectful. His voice remains detached and hard-edged, but you catch him eyeing your herd with worry. Mind your own damn business. I would gladly kick their asses. Who are you? Oh, there's gotta be some clues. Armor bomb. Three herbs.
Ugh, that smell of burnt flesh. I think it may never go away.
This is not good. So now we just return? After that, we just return? There we go, over here. Thank you, game. The girl is on her feet long before you reach her hideout. Her eyes are red from crying, her fine clothes soaked with the ashes and blood. She stares with fear in her eyes down the blade of a kitchen knife. Stay back. I'll not be used for your sick pleasures. I'll take as many of you whore sons with me as I can. Abe's voice is soft and kind. Finguella and Jin of... Okay, do you remember me, or your highness? Miguela blinks away defiant tears. Your daughter of Nalkite. I am sorry, your name... Ife of Kite. Well, we only met once, 4 years ago, I think. The tremor in her voice is amplified by uncertainty. Why do you travel these... Zerma Starcaster of the Danes. Whoever burned your father's homestead, we had nothing to do with it. We have met a new faction, the Gauls. Anguilla slowly lowers her small blade bitterness into her voice as she gestures towards the smoldering ashes of her father's homestead. The people who did this were Vikings like you. When were you attacked? I think it's been 5 days. Her eyes dart to some of the injured for confirmation. Yeah, they came in the night 5 days ago. What colors did they wear? Purple, and black. Skull's banner. She spits angrily. That beast, big, bald, clad in chainmail, cocky as expected. She's beginning to look a bit emotionally adrift. You know him? He's a bannerman of our enemy. They took everything. Father made me run. He made me hide. But even if I hadn't, there's nothing I could have done. We weren't prepared. Where is he? They took him. North. Russell knows where. One of the wounded warriors struggles to stand. He wears the scars of many battles on his face and chest, and has recently added a new fresh chest wound to his collection. I am the princess's personal guard at her command. I followed the Vikings who took her father. They've made camp at day's travel north in a cove along the cliffs near Loch Horon. They hold the king in a small cave in the base of the cliffs. As you can see, they found me. I was lucky to get away with my life. How many are there? I saw 8 Vikings and a dozen Picts. The Picts are poorly armed, but the Vikings are equipped for war. There were Picts among the attackers. The Vikings sacked our homestead alone, but they traveled with Picts. One of the clans most fervently opposed Costin's rule and most in favor of Gunal Mock Tai. Well, Tai is dead. His eyebrows jump in surprise. Zachariah finally got the old dog, did she? It was actually us. Good for her, but if I haven't heard of it, the people who aided these Viking bastards haven't either. They fight for him still. Okay, we'll rescue him. She's fighting to prevent herself from shivering with exhaustion. We've made it so far, we'll make it a bit longer. Please hurry, I don't know what those animals are doing to my father. The wounded bodyguard raises his hands weakly. Viking, I beg a moment of your time before you leave. Okay, wrestle. Alright, what do you want? I beg a favor of you. Round cheeks, broad shoulders are evidence of strong health, but his wound has cast a sickly pallor over his skin. He raises unhappy eyes to meet yours. It pains me to put faith in a stranger, and I ask a favor of someone like you, but I have no other resources. I've been through a lot. I'm willing to help. You have my gratitude. It's rare to find kindness among strangers. As we speak, looters scour my king's home. His carrion eaters showed up days ago, but I lack the strength to chase them off myself. The princess would confront them if I let her, but I cannot risk it. Though it pains me to consider the possibility she may be the last of her father's bloodline. I beg you, will you run the scavengers out while the princess still lives? They are thieves. Every minute they pick through the ashes is a blow against my king's sovereignty and my own honor. I'll see if I can convince them to leave their own accord. He reaches out and squeezes your arm. Thank you, Viking. I hope these scavengers have some decency after all. The or those, they confuse me a little bit. Alright, last chance. Let me show you what we do to looters of my country. A burly man watches you through narrowed eyes. Around him, a small group of people are picking through the ashes. On behalf of the princess. Okay, the princess lives. How can I know you're telling the truth? The others looters are glancing at the big man. He grunts contemplatively. I could tell you're a reasonable sort. How about a deal, It's been a lean spring for my family. We can't leave here empty-handed. We've never received any help from Dinosaur. I figured they owe us. What we need is a helping hand. Show us you give it to us and we'll leave peacefully. I'll give you 20 pence and I never want to see you here again. We have plenty of valuables. We can spare it. The man accepts your coin with some approaching gratitude. I must say I didn't expect such an action of you. This will feed us for a week. Thank you, stranger. He jams a thumb and index finger between his lips and whistles loudly. The rest of the looters, already attentive to your conversation, brush its ashes from their clothes and follow him out of the homestead and away down the road. Russell staggers to his feet and sees you again. What news? The looters are gone. He sighs wearily and sinks back to his feet. Good riddance. Please accept my sword as a token of my gratitude. It's not much. compared to your own fine steel, but it's all I have left. All my possessions were lost in the fire. Perhaps you could sell it as salvage. Oh. They're here somewhere. There's a torch there. Let's look over here first. Herbs. Herbs. The smell of sea is strong in the air, on the air, and the sound of a powerful surf battering the cliffs is heard as a great roar, even from up here. The smell of a campfire alerts you that you're drawing close to your destination. Just as you locate a natural path down the rocks, the sound of voices stops you. Though you barely know the man, there's no mistaking Skocky's voice. I hear no more complaints from any of you fucking mountain goats. Do I make myself clear? The old Hunborn Bjorn is due to return tomorrow. Then you can have all the sleep you want while we sail. Until then, you'll stand where I tell you and you keep your fucking mouth shut. There is a grumble from one of the Pictish sentries, followed by a sharp smack as Skocky's fist connects with his face. What was that? Looks like you just volunteered to clean the shithole tonight. Skokie pauses for a moment to wait for no further objections, but as none are forthcoming, he nods, satisfied, and strides back towards camp. Caleb chuckles darkly. It looks like our old friend has strained a relationship with his local allies. We might be able to exploit that if we're smart about it. I'm almost looking forward to killing that honorless piece of shit. Killed. Alarm sentry spin around to see you. They take off at a sprint to alert the rest of the camp. Okay, whatever. The camp is a mixture of Norse and Pictish tents, but the banners are emblazoned with skulls colors. It's clear who's in charge. Yeah, diplomacy should work. You count 3 Vikings and 4 Picts, including the 2 who are positioned at the earth ramp. Having been alerted to your presence by the sentries, everyone in the camp is ready for a fight. Diplomacy. Ahem, excuse me, I don't suppose anyone here still thinks they fight for Canal Mactai. The word seems to catch everyone by surprise. The Pictish warriors exchange glances, but nobody is attacking you yet. Curiosity prevails. I only ask because Canal no longer poses a threat to anyone. I saw that personally. One of the Picts clears his throat. We suspected as much for some time. Where are you getting at? What are you getting at? Canal can pay you no longer. Fight for me instead, and I'll reward you for it. One of the sentries snores decisively. You'll find our allegiance to our rightful king extends beyond his death. Even as Sentry reaffirms where his loyalties lie, the 2 Picts put their heads together. How much? 12 pence for the both of you. I can do that. I'll take that. You've got yourselves a deal. Oh, they're so fucked. Let me see what I can do with my people first. What? What'd I do? I did fucking something. I ruined something. Ah, shit. Land it, Katil. Yeah.
Shit! Let me take a look.
Brilliant! Thanks!
Turn. Oh, I did had her do interrupt.
So ends last life between father and son.
Okay, he's on restore. But he's gonna burn. Stun, that's fine. Oh shit, goodbye,
I should have
Katil.
stuck to hunting rabbits.
Okay, this is what I can do. I can charge him. Do an aimed shot.
Was that me?
Heavy swing. That's fine. And turn. Yeah, you hit me. I think you're so good. Come on, Aleph, bark. Block it. Oh, that hurt. Hold on. Block absorbed. Gonna have to heal me.
Need a hand?
Do here. Quick shot. Did we already kill Skull? I don't know. Surely not. we go. Okay, now we can death blow. Victory. Light puncture. Donata. Light fracture. Cocky. Oh, is he down there? Jeez. That almost scared me. Are they not coming? Fucking bastards. What's over here? Nothing. Oh, a chest. Valkyrie's flower. Okay. Somebody just got themselves a new shield, that's for sure. Back to 2010. If I can stun him. An arrow should finish him off. There he is. There's Skocky. Bitch. Restore, demoralize. Poison, dust, cure. Demoralize. There we go. Oh, jeez. Okay, Skocky's going out next round. Oh, God.
Friar's freckles, that hurt.
My turn. Heal on Nephew.
Shit! Let me take a look. Thank you.
Not yet. Hold on. Back off on that. Maybe a swing. Yeah, that got him. Gonna charge around the corner. That didn't do shit. Alright. Quick shot. Again. The thunder made him miss! Alright, she's got it. Oh, it looked like we died, but he died, but he didn't. Alright, aimed shot. cocky, man. That's a warrior. Oh, stop poking our healer. Well, we landed it. Missed the second one, though. There we go. Now I'm unbalanced, but that's okay. You've been spotted. Did she hit him from there? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do quick shot.
Damn! I'm on
And then
fire!
that guy. You can land it. Yeah, alright. Who needs healing?
Don't worry, I'm here.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's her. Oh,
May ravens pick out your eyes.
Did you see that hit?
that was a nice crit. Finish him off. Ulsif. Nice. Skaki's alive, though. No new injuries, that's good. The fighting ends, and once again, the steady pounding of the surf is the only sound in the world. Oh shit, he is gone. Making sure all your herdmen are still in one piece. When Resleaf releases a frustrated grunt. Curses, where is Skaki? You let your gaze wander across the beach, noticing track marks on the sand from where Skaki fell and disappeared into the sea. Roskova raises a hand towards the horizon. Look there! Already 100 fathoms out, among the waves, you see Skaki's bald head rising above the water briefly before ducking under again. Roskova's voice carries notes of admiration. That mad bastard. Bold move, but we'll get him next time. He's not swimming all the way back to Jutland. There he is. I'm not done looking around first yet, though. Oh, that's it. Okay. From the look of him, we could tell King Donasaur of Dalreda has not been treated with the respect deserving of a captured regent. Up to his ankles in brackish water, he struggles to straighten up when you enter, but where you might expect defiance or relief, he meets your eyes with fear and confusion. His voice is slurred and his tone unsteady. No more, please, no more. King Donsoir, we're here to rescue you. Your words don't seem to register. What do you want? Don't hurt me, please. These days, Kaki's people must have been having fun with their prisoners. The cowards examine the injuries. has at least one broken rib and 4 broken fingers, 2 on each hand. It looks like he hasn't slept or eaten several days, and judging from the crystals in his beard, he's been drinking salt water. He starts whimpering when you take out your socks and continues even after he's been freed. Rolskova produces a water skin from her bag, all but forces Donsoir to drink. She holds his eyelids open with 2 fingers and examines his pupils. He'll make it. He looks strong. It must have taken a lot to break him. Nefia finds an old pelt in the corner to wrap him up in and seems to calm down. He seems to calm down slightly. It looks like he can still walk. Jumps into the arms of her father, almost knocking him over. The king's been silent all the way here, but when he sees his daughter, his life returns to his eyes, quickly followed by tears. Finny, I'm so glad you're safe. They told me they'd done horrible things to you. They never caught me, thanks to you and Bressel. They snuck out the back while you held them off. So that's why they took me. Where's your mother? The color drains from Finn's face, noticing her disquiet. Donsoir clenches his fists and straightens his back. The princess gently pulls him away, and a tearful conversation follows in hushed tones. When they're more or less done consulting each other, Donsoir returns to you with red-eyed Funguala a few steps behind. I thank the Lord for keeping my daughter safe and sending you to help. Your god didn't send me. Constantine Mockferg did. Ah yes, a sly dog. That erases any doubts I might have harbored about this marriage. I owe him much now. I regret that I have but one daughter to give him. Finn punches her father congenially on the shoulder and permits herself a half-choked chuckle. They couldn't handle more than one of me. That's why grins wearily at you. Isn't that the truth? Will you both accompany us to Perth? Oncewar's eyes grow hard, and for a moment you can clearly see the monarch in him. Nay, I have pressing matters to attend to here. We must go to Bear and inform him that we're still alive. Does Dryston know what happened here? I said it ended 2 days ago. It's anyone's guess why no one came to our aid. A shadow settles over Donsoir's face, and we shall go to Bear with... Then we shall go with Bear and find out. Donsoir turns back to you. As you can see, we have many things to sort out here. This attack raised some questions about allegiances. Rest assured, it's nothing that will jeopardize our arrangement with Constant. But trust us with your daughter, then. You saved my father, you've earned our trust. You've earned more than that. If my estate were not burnt to the ground, I would shower you in treasure, Viking. As it stands, I must defer payment. When you and my daughter reach Perth, find my niece, Male Fabale. She sells the products of our lands by the river, and she'll reward you for your great deeds. I appreciate that. We'll seek her out. Donsoir pulls his daughter into a tight hug. Benacht lit, my princess. I'll follow in time for the wedding. Oh, nice. Okay, now we have a quest for money. Gaelic Alliance. Most of the others have gone to bed, but Catil is still sitting up at the fire in deep thought, poking the embers with the head of an arrow. He looks up when he hears you and beckons you closer. All right, I'll sit down next to him. Kolbjorn wasn't my father. There's a weirdly long pause, and he laughs quietly at himself and brushes a strand of brown hair from his eyes. Shit, this is gonna be more awkward than I thought. I feel like I did something wrong. I'm called Kolbjornsson because Kolbjorn was the man who owned me when your Sarcaster found me. Owned you? Yeah, me and my sister, yeah. In the 20 summers you've known Catil, you've never heard of any sister. It appears this is to be a night of great revelations. My sister was called Sepha. It means calm, gentle. I don't remember her so well. I wasn't that old when we parted, but you know that. I just said that I don't know he had a sister, and he tells me I know that. Anyways, I don't remember who my real parents were or how Sepha and I got enthralled. My earliest memories are from Gilborn's farm, helping with food, working in the fields. He shakes his head tired. This is a stupid idea. Some things are best left unsaid. Yes, your father came to the farm with his ship. I remember Grimulf was there, and Holman, and some other men. If I remember correctly, the journey for which your father brought Catiel home was north of Agder, then up the coast to Rogaland. That would put this farm on the west coast of the Northlands. Kolbjorn had been treating us worse and worse. I remember he was going through some trouble, grown-up stuff, too enunciated for an 8-year-old to understand. The emotion evaporates out of Catiel's voice, and he continues dispassionately, as though describing events that were relayed to him by someone else. I made some silly mistake, dropped something, and Kolbjorn flew into a rage. I think he was really scared of your father, but he took it out on me, and he just hit me. Then Sepha jumped on him, tried to pull him off of me, and he picked her up and threw her back, hard. I didn't really see what happened after that. I had blood and snot and tears in my eyes. There was a lot of commotion, then it got really quiet. Your Starcaster pulled me up very gently. They led me out the back door, trying to prevent me from seeing Sepha dead on the ground and Kolbjorn with his bowels hanging out. I'm so sorry you went through such a thing. Me too. Mostly, I'm sorry Sepha didn't make it. He obviously felt responsible for me. Kolbjorn's wife was long gone, so Yora's Starcaster brought me with him back to Skjern, and Mani took me in. Do you really not remember anything about your parents? He struggles to find the right phrasing. Just a hint of a feeling sometimes. When the wind carries a certain smell, it's difficult to pin down. I have something, though, to remember by them. Catiel fishes around in his backpack and produces a delicate medallion of gilded silver. In the shape of an incomplete circle at either of its ends is a sort of four-leaf clover with a dark red glass bead at the center. You think you've seen it before, but you've never attributed any particular meaning to it. Hallam took it off Sepha's body before we left. This looks Pictish, doesn't it? I've been thinking that exact same thing ever since we got here. So do you think this means? I don't want to jump to any conclusions. Maybe we should show this to some of the people on Perth to see if it rustles any feathers. Are you sure you want to know? No, but I think I have to know if that makes sense. So he's not Geet, Jute, or whatever that is, the other Norse. He's English? Pictish?
I like this place. It feels kind of unruly for a city, as if all the clans here are just one mug of ale away from tearing each other's throats out.
That's funny. Alright. Yeah, we're going the right way. You're the merchant lady. Oh, were we supposed to bring the girl? My bad. Hopefully she'll be in here. Costainton, yeah, she left, is engaged in some kind of strategic meeting with Finn. Finquala of the Geels enters his hall ahead of you. He immediately dismisses his advisors, walks briskly towards her, and draws her into a tight embrace. Finny, my little girl, how have you grown? It's so good to see you back in Perth, safe and sound. Finquala looks only mildly surprised by the warmth of the king's welcome. Thank you, your majesty. It's only thanks to Aramis Starcaster that I made it here. Where's your father and your mother, girl? What happened to my emissaries? Miguela's eyes focus on something distant. She looks suddenly very young. It's a long story. I'm very tired. Forgive me. You've had a long journey. He snaps his fingers, and one of the servants takes Finn gently by the arm and leads her over to a corner of the hall. Shortly after, her groom appears in the door and joins her. Aramis, will you tell me what happened? Donsoir's homestead was attacked and burned down by one of our enemies, Skaki. One of your enemies, but why? Do you think the attack may have been an attempt to sabotage our alliance? Skaki was working with Canal before we got to him. It seems like Skull may have attempted a similar alliance, but he chose the wrong king to support. Damn right he did, and it seems I should count myself lucky to be working with you instead of your rival. This man, Skaki, is he dead then? He escaped. Pokes his beard pensively. Then we must be on our guard. He may get another chance to strike at us. Motions to a servant who promptly brings out another platter filled with treasure. I want you to have this. You've all but secured my reign. Another 3,000 valuables! Finguala will marry Domhnall soon. The wedding will take place in this very hall, and you'll be guests of honor, if it'll please you. Oh, that's a great honor, Your Majesty. Of course, now if you'll excuse me, there is much left to organize still. Constantin turns back to his advisors, and your herd gathers itself by the door. Catil looks pleased. So, this is it. It seems Constantin considers us his allies, and I can't see how he could ask more of us after this. Allies? What happened to carving out a piece of this land for ourselves? I never said that. We have what we need, don't we? A strong ally among the Britons who can rely upon to apply political pressure at the Elfing? I didn't really want allies. I wanted trade. It doesn't matter how strong our allies are when they are without influence among the Norse. We ought to plan a full invasion from Unakyar and take Northumbria and Pictavia for ourselves. Catil snorts condescendingly. What hope do we have of beating these nations? Even with 1,000 people under our command, we could not take and hold 2 kingdoms. And we play the Picts Northumbrians out against each other. Let them wear each other down and tip the scales so that our allies win. Just as they think their victory is secured, we strike at them when they are weak. Let's maybe not have this discussion within earshot of His Majesty. Islif and Catil exchange sheepish glances, and they say nothing more. I kind of agree with Ailsif on this one. They have no say. They don't even speak our language. We leave? I guess we leave. Attend her wedding. Oh, over here. Finguala is with her future husband. They seem to have known each other for a long time. Aramis Starcaster, have you met Domhnall? It's an honor to finally meet you. My father speaks of you in glowing terms. You'll attend the wedding, won't you? My father has sent word that he's on his way. It'll be nice to see everyone gathered again for the ceremony. Are you two old friends? Looks adoringly at Domhnall. Aye, we've known each other since we were small. Our fathers have always had close ties to each other. It's kept our kingdoms at peace with each other for many decades. We used to have a lot of little wars. Once we're married, such conflicts will be firmly in the past. What does the ceremony involve? All the clan heads from Pictavia and Dalreda will gather in this hall. We will vow to love each other and remain faithful to each other for the rest of our lives. Myrddin will bestow the blessings of the old gods upon us, and the bishops of Iona is on his way to conduct the ceremony. After the ceremony, we'll have a great feast, and then she glances at Domhnall and blushes. We will retire for the night. Gotta secure the line of succession, right? Her blush deepens, but then she smiles, right? All right, tell us what you want us to do. Attending the wedding. The next morning. The wedding is a series of very peculiar rituals. The young bride and groom are very handsomely dressed, and they look at each other like there are no other people in the world. Constantin beams with pride. He has a lovely speech and his voice quivers with emotion as he delivers it. Donsoir arrived just in the nick of time, causing a slight delay while the horses of his retinue were stabled. He cried when he walked from Gwala into the hall, and the occasional sob still escapes him during his speech. Constalin's speech. Mirrodin speaks for a long time about the old gods, relaying some story that seemed only vaguely related to love and marriage, but still manages to keep all the guests captivated. Just as the priest is finally about to seal the whole thing, Ron bursts through the door, her armor just spattered with someone else's blood. Attack, Vikings! Why did our reputation just go down by 10? All eyes fall on you, wide with alarm, but Grain addresses you like a commander on the field. We need you out there, Aramis. You know their tactics. Aislip draws his weapon. Skaki, that raven starver. All sentimentality is gone from Constantin's voice. Grain, you stay here, protect my daughter and her soon-to-be husband. You can tell she's weighing the options in her head. Right, go fend off your kinsmen, Vikings. My people, and I will protect the hall. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Guys, that is all the time I have for this video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a comment and a like. And wow, this is getting heated really fast. I'm actually going to see if I can change up my party so I can do this fight, because I don't have my best members with me at the current moment. I'd like to get out my better herdmen for this. But thank you guys once again so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure you click the subscribe and notification button so you know when I upload the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.